chat? Welcome back to my story. Hi, it's me, Shower, and I'm going to get butt naked. I'm just joking. So basically, I left off last time with some like words of encouragement to encourage chat just to like chase their dreams, like to try really, really hard and to not give up and be disciplined. And that's kind of what I'm doing with the streaming stuff or this YouTube stuff. Today, chat asked me to tell me about my siblings, my home life, how it was when I was growing up. So, chat, I'm not airing my dad out, but my dad's been married 3 times. He's on his third marriage. I think I have like 12 siblings. I'm going to name them all for you. Actually, I'm not going to name them all for you because you guys are parasocial. But basically, I grew up with 6 or 7 people in my house at all times. I mean, like growing up until I moved out. So I have 2 sisters. I have a half sister. I have 2 step siblings, a brother and a sister. Okay. All the way up until 16. That's literally everyone that was in the house. What's up, Big C? So a parasocial is someone who like gets too connected to someone else's life that gets weird. Like if I started naming my siblings' names, I could totally see you guys making accounts with their names. So my dad, he had an okay job. He didn't have a great job. He wasn't making millions, but he made enough to provide for us and to provide for his ex-wife, who was a stay-at-home mom. And so she didn't have to work. And it didn't do very well for the marriage. But I'm not going to talk about the marriage. But I only had one brother in the house for a majority of my life. And all the rest, the other 4 were girls. When I tell you guys, I used to get beat up. Chat, I used to get thrown against the wall and beat. They would all align on their period together. I swear they did. Because there would be some weeks where I just got beat up extra bad. Like just beat up. Fun fact, my sister just graduated. So she graduated in 2025. That was my youngest half sister. Yep. Yeah, I had so many siblings. There's always a sibling doing this or doing that. There's always one on the TV. There's always one on the couch. There's one beating me up. There's one throwing a chair at me. There's one breaking the window with a hose because I was on the other side. Yep, chat, that was my life. I couldn't play the game when I wanted to because I had an older brother. I couldn't watch a show I wanted to because I had sisters. And not until I got a phone I was able to lock in. Remember how I told you how I would go visit my mom on weekends? So yeah, me and my sisters, 2 older sisters would come with me. And I just think life was so much better because I had siblings. I love every single one of them. They're all amazing. But fast forward in the future, my dad got married again. He just got a divorce. One of my step siblings moved out. One of them stayed because he decided this was a little more safe. They moved out with his mom. And my dad got remarried. And she has 4 boys. 3 boys? Possibly. At one point, I think the max was like 9 in the house. It was a good plot. Hey, fun fact. One of my brothers, I'm not going to give you his name, but he made a YouTube channel. And he made like $10,000 because he was playing it was like a mod game. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, plot. It was W. It was like a mod game that he was playing, and he just posted a video of him playing it. Blew up, got like 10 million views, and he posted it again. And he got like 6 million views, and he made a lot of money. Yep. Nope, Blue, that's not how it works. I think it was Gmod. I think we talked about this before. Yeah, but whatever. I was encouraging him. He decided he didn't want to, and now he's my sister. He transitioned. I just let whatever happens happens, but it's kind of cool. It was cool. It was cool growing up with siblings, and it was awesome. I think I have a moment with at least every one of my siblings, even if I was only there for like a year or 2 with them. But oh, dude, I got in so much trouble with one of the older boys for my dad's 3rd marriage. I don't know why I'm saying it like this. But I'm not 30. But we both got in so much trouble because he snuck out of the house and I was supposed to sneak out the house, and then he gets caught. And so guess what? I get caught because he gets caught because he tells on me and says I was gonna sneak out the house. Dude, it was crazy. And I got like literally like grounded. And then my dad threatened to call the police on me because they found a whole bunch of weed underneath my bed. Long story. Long story, chat. You guys want to hear it? Maybe for another time? 'Cause I don't know if I'm doxing myself. Nah, I'm just joking. So basically, the story is my stepdad grew a lot of weed. And I didn't really know what weed was at the time. I think I was like 17. And I went over because he passed away and he had all this shake, which shake isn't like real weed. It's like the stuff that's not weed that like fell to the bottom of the pan while it was drying. So I said, ooh, there's like 4 pounds of this shake stuff. Let me bring it home and hide it in my box spring. Yep. Chat, I hid it in my box spring. So basically, me and my brother were going to sneak out because we decided that would be a great idea to sneak out the house. Because my dad was on vacation, but it was only my stepmom. And he was going to hang out with a girl. I was supposed to hang out with a girl. We talk, and he decides that it is better that he sneaks out first because he's not going to get caught. And if I snuck out, which I was planning on staying longer than he, that I would get in trouble. But basically what happens is he had pictures of the weed on his phone because he was trying to sell to his friends because neither of us knew if it was good weed. We just thought it was weed when it ended up being shake the whole time. But it was like a pound, maybe 2, maybe 3 pounds. I don't know. But chat, basically she takes his phone away because he gets caught sneaking out. So I get in trouble because he tells on me that I was sneaking out. She goes through his phone and finds picture of the fake weed, which was literally just whatever. And then I just remember I come home one day and my dad's like, I need to talk to you in the living room. And he's talking to me. He's like, I got the pictures. I know what it is. I know where it is. We're grabbing it right now. We're going to call the police on you. I'm like, okay. I don't even remember how the conversation went. This is one story, Blue. But basically it gets to the point where he's like, where is it? We can't find it. Because I had literally stuffed it. I like cut a tiny hole in the mattress, like the box spring, and hid it in there. Yeah, I didn't get away with it. I ended up telling them where it was. Funny story though. So they flushed it all down the toilet. They don't actually call the police on me. They kicked me out kind of because of it. They find it again like 3 months later because they didn't get it all the first time. And I didn't even check after they said they found it. I don't smoke weed anymore. I've actually been sober for like 15 years. Nah, I'm just joking. Like 3, 4, 5 years. 5 years maybe? Can we not? Can you guys even lock in? Do you guys even like my story time? Yeah, so I haven't smoked weed because they give me paranoia. So but yeah, so I got in trouble, kind of got kicked out. I think I just decided to move in with my mom because I was like totally done with them and how strict they were, and I thought I was gonna make $3,000. In reality, I probably wouldn't have made anything because there's a whole bunch of shake, and I thought it was real weed. In reality, it was just not weed. It was actually really funny, and to this day, I never really talked to my dad and explained to him that it wasn't really weed because he grew up really religious. I don't even think he's touched weed before. And it was just like a crazy ordeal where us trying to sneak out led to me basically getting super grounded and semi kicked out from what I remember. Or it influenced me to move out. Just because I decided that I wanted to grab like 2 pounds of shake and hide it in my mattress. Chat, if you ever get shake from your stepdad, don't hide it in your mattress. Moral of the story. Also, chat, don't do drugs. It's not worth it. It's really not. I wasted years of my life. But yeah, chat, thank you for watching my story. This is kind of just like a funny story at the time I got in trouble. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.